Hi guys, you're listening to the £3.30 podcast. It's your host Asha.
She's not a host and I am we.
And I'm Sana. See, no.
Oh. So today's episode is going to be a little bit different, guys. Reem is unfortunately not able to record with us. So it's not just me and Sana, it's me and Sana. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's Asha and Sana on a body recording. How are you, my angel?
I already miss her, to be honest.
Oh.
I'm good. How are you?
Bro, you already missed her, yeah?
Of course. You know Reem is the love of my life. You know this.
I'm scrim. So what, am I your mistress?
Yeah, like, I just have to put up with you on...
Bruh, I'm not even the mistress.
Today.
I'm the delivery driver that just happens to be there.
I'm joking.
I know you are.
You are also the love of my life.
I know. Someone said Chris Brown, yeah? Loving two people at the same time.
You know what? This is weird because for the first time we are like on video call, so we're literally staring into each other's eyeballs as we speak.
It's so weird.
So
Wallah.
weird.
I'm bare looking into your eyes. It's so romantic. What are you saying? What, I can't get your number,
You're
then,
right,
yeah? Oh, what, you got a boyfriend, yeah? What, your boyfriend don't let you have friends now? I make myself sick.
just hold on. I just need to explain to everyone what's happening right now. I called Asha earlier on, about 20 minutes ago, and she's fighting with the sweet potato in an oven. And now she's just eating it like it's an apple. Literally just sweet potato and salt, right?
Banging.
Not even on a side of something.
Yeah, no, it bangs. I'm sorry. It's an acquired taste, my G. You have to have the palate for it. You know
I love it. I love sweet potato, but who thinks, let me just shove one in the oven and have it as a snack?
It's like
That's the question.
listen, at the end of the day, yeah, it's a starchy carb, yeah. It's the exact same as saying, oh, I'm just feeling for chips. It's the exact same thing, except I'm a bit more healthy, and I was like, let me just bake them real quick. Anyways, I know people come here to listen to us talk about baked potatoes, yeah, baked sweet potatoes.
Since when are you healthy?
As interesting as it may be. I'm not convinced that people want to listen to us ranting about sweet potato, yeah.
Fair enough.
But no, but I am a healthy eater though, mashallah, alhamdulillah. I miss you, Sana. You're
I miss
literally
you too.
one of my most favourite people in this entire dunya, fam.
One of my most. That
Love
sounds like there's people before me, to be honest.
One of my favourite, yeah, like my mum. Like, is she allowed to be
Alright, safe.
ahead of you? Or like,
She's the exception to the rule.
how dare you love your mum more than you love me? How dare you?
Obviously.
I was
So
screaming.
listen, tell us about your little move to Sheffield, because I know that you just dismissed London for a few weeks.
I know. Do you know what?
What's been happening?
Basically, I just wanted to get out for a little bit, yeah. Do you know what it is? You know, this with this whole lockdown stuff. Sorry, you can't even see me. With this whole lockdown stuff, it's just jarring being at home all the time, seeing the same four walls, the same road, hearing the same kids play outside.
You
It's
guys
just
say
jarring.
lockdown like you're actually on lockdown, though.
No, I technically am. I've been going out, and I've been like recently, the last couple of months, yeah, I've been going out and doing stuff, blah blah blah. But I just want to get out the house and feel like I'm going somewhere. You know the ones. I just want to feel like
Yeah.
I'm out of London just for a bit. Like I haven't been out of London since March. Literally, the last time I left London was March when I went to Birmingham, just before lockdown. And I've been here ever since. As much as I love it, as much as I love the ends, yeah, it's just sometimes the ends is the ends. You know, it's just boring.
Man, you need a change of scene, obviously.
Yeah. So
What did you get
Sheffield
up
was
to in
nice.
Sheffield?
Yeah, I was there for about 10 years? Around about 10 years I was there for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds
around
about
about.
right,
No,
yeah.
I was there for a couple of weeks, and honestly it was chill. Like it's nice. It's like the views are nice. I went to a park regularly to go for a long walk, and I was going.
Bro, the whole of Sheffield is a park.
It's one
Sheffield
hill.
is a park.
Yeah, it's a bunch of hills. put
Literally is.
it really, really is. It's a natural history park. But yeah, yeah, no, it's calm. It was nice. I enjoyed it. I spent time with family. You know, like just changing your environment. Even though I was working from home still, it's the same shit. I was still stuck in one place doing the same thing. But it's just nice to look out. It's nice. It's nice to see the view is different from outside the window. You know the ones. It's nice just to.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was funny because like you see where I live. Yeah, it is the most mesquite area of the mesquines. Yeah. When I went to Sheffield, where I went, yeah.
You're in the hood of Sheffield.
I went to the hood of Sheffield, yeah. How how am I, yeah, working on my laptop, yeah, as you do. Look outside the window, and I see this Somali boy outside, and he's cute. I was like, wow. I was like, I said to my aunt, I was like, should I go out? Should I go outside and maybe give him directions? Maybe he's lost. Yeah, maybe he needs directions. And then as I said that, he was just, you know, the ones where someone's just standing around, like not doing anything, just there. Yeah. I was like, what's he doing? Like, how can you? He literally walked and then came to an abrupt stop, and I was like, what? And then he looked up, and there was a balcony that was there, and this white guy came out and just dashed it on the floor, and then he quickly picked it up and ran away. Yeah, and then my aunt was like, we just saw a drug transaction. I was like, this is where I live. You know, this is where you brought me to. Yeah, no one can ever chat shit about London. I have never ever seen anyone buy drugs or do anything. Yeah, since I've been living in London, never seen it.
In London?
In London,
I mean,
I've never seen
it.
it.
Happens.
Obviously it happens, but obviously I don't see that. In other words, my innocent eyes, bro, my eyes will testify against me in the Yom Al Qiyamah. Like, why did you peep that? Like, I was so upset. I was like, rah, that's me, yeah. So yeah, that happened. That was exciting.
I was about to drop a story, but I think I'll leave that for non-podcast related conversations.
You're afraid you might incriminate yourself.
About drug deals in London.
Country, what's it called? County drug lines. That's what I witnessed. I couldn't be a drug dealer. Me, I haven't got the stomach for it.
Why not? I reckon I could be, definitely.
Why?
100%.
Why?
I don't know. I just things don't faze me like that. Like I could just get on with the job, innit?
You should put that on your CV. Next time you go for an interview, like, I could be a drug dealer, you know. Things don't faze me. I actually hate you, Sana.
Yeah, man. Can I ask you a question? If you want, why is the door opening on its own?
A'udhu billah. Say read Ayatul Kursi, beg you, please.
Bro,
you're
there's
not
no one in
scared?
the house.
Exactly. More reason to.
Anyway, nothing don't faze me, innit? I was gonna say, if you weren't a journalist, what would you be?
I would be a housewife.
You're so boring.
What? I would love to be a housewife. Honestly, I think they have the best job ever.
I think, yeah, no, it's a cool job, but I don't think you could do it. You would get bored out of your head.
Yeah. To be honest, I really hate kids as well. So it would have to just be me and my husband first. If it's just me and my husband, then yeah, I'd be a housewife. What would I be if I was not a journalist? I would be a skydiving instructor. Oh, well, I actually don't know. I'm just saying the most random things ever. But I actually would, you know. I think I'd be one of those kids that goes on a gap year and then doesn't come back. Are you scared?
Fez just walked in. It scared the shit out of me.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
But yeah, if I wasn't a journalist, it's alright. If I wasn't a journalist, I'd be a skydiving instructor, or I'd be a private detective. Why? What would you be?
Right. Why
are you screaming?
Can I ask you why? Why a skydive instructor though?
Because I'd be one of those kids that go on the gap year and then doesn't come back.
Bro, you're chatting shit, you know. You would never, ever do that. Ever.
You think I wouldn't fly out of a plane? Multiple times?
No. Of course not. But yeah, I don't know what I'd be. You can't retweet the questions onto me. I'm just interested to know your answer.
Good. I want to hear your answer as well.
An author of a book.
Been there, done that. Bought the t-shirt. Go on, next.
No, like a real book. I feel like my book is not real. I want like a real book.
I'm screaming. Your book is Pinocchio. I want to be a real book.
You're an idiot. Wait, let me just close the door 1 second, yeah?
Are you scared? Shit don't faze me, you know.
Shut up.
You're scared of what? Small gin, yeah? Bro, go put wudu. Go and do wudu and call it a day, man.
Speaking of gins, yeah?
I'll stop it.
Have you got any gin stories? Excuse me, you brought it on. So we're going to talk about it.
Look, I haven't experienced any gin stories personally, yeah? Are you gonna say something?
I haven't myself. Yeah, I haven't myself. But I remember when I was in school, one of my friends, she was Somali. She was saying, I don't know how true this. Sorry?
You said she was Somali. What is she now?
Oh, but anyway, so You're such a. You're
Bro, you lot are so lucky to have me.
My
I'm so
Somali
funny.
friend
Oh my
from
god.
school.
Mm.
Shut up, fam. My Somali friend from school. She was telling me once. I can't remember how. I don't know how true the story is, obviously, but you know, I had to take it from her. Like, this is what she told me. But she was saying that her brother had gone to sleep over at his cousin's house. Yeah, and then their bedroom is like, it's got a window, but then after the window is the balcony. So as when he was sleeping at night, he had a dream. He had like a nightmare that he saw someone in the balcony from the window, and this person had like lifted a head, and the head was dripping with blood, and it ate the head. Yeah.
Mm.
So you look shook right now. Anyway,
Bruh.
so then he didn't think anything of it. He woke up. It was a dream. Blah 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 blah. Next thing you know, they go into the balcony and they see drops of blood in the balcony, and they don't know how to explain it. So they were telling the kids, and then the son was like, "Oh my god, I had a dream that I saw blah 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 blah." And then they were like, "Oh my god, it's a jinn," and all of that stuff. So that's the one and actually, it's not the one and only jinn story, but it's like the closest one to me that I have.
But why would a
To
jinn
share.
be eating a head?
Oh, it's unemployed, isn't it? Why not? What do jinns do on a normal day? What the
Sana said jinns are jobless. He's
What do they
jobless
do? Yeah,
youths.
I don't get
Oh my god. Jobless jinns eating heads on a balcony, right? G? I actually can't deal with you. No, do you know what? I in my room, yeah. I always feel like there's a presence. Like I don't ever feel alone.
A'udhu billah. Don't say that. That's scary. That's scarier than what I just said.
No, just generally, I've always felt like there's a presence in this room. But to be fair, growing up, I've always been scared of cupboards, like open cupboards or clothes hanging off the doors, yeah, of a cupboard or like a door, whatever it is, yeah.
Yeah, those are
That's always petrified me. So just cupboards in general, I'm always scared of them. So I always feel like there's like something near the cupboard, but I know it's just my imagination. I know there isn't the case, but
yeah.
there was one time where I must have been praying, and I just felt like there was something. You know how you can feel something behind you? You just know something's behind
Oh
you.
my
Yeah?
god.
I felt like something.
Can I
was
just say
standing
on that
behind me.
note? Sorry, just on that particular note. Apparently, I don't know how true this is and where it comes from. It might be hadith, it might not be, but apparently, every time you stand in prayer, the angel of death joins you on that prayer. So if you feel anything, it's because the angel of death is around you. I don't know how true this is,
Swear down.
but just when you said presence around you when you were praying, reminded me. Go on, continue.
Bro, so you're trying to say I'm gonna die soon? Is what you're trying to say?
Nah, astaghfirullah al-azim. May
Why
God
scaring
protect
me?
you and bless you and give you a long
Don't
life.
scare me like
But
that. Honestly, I don't like it.
You look upset. No, I'm just saying because you said presence and prayer and God knows, so it just reminded me.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so I felt like there was something standing behind me, yeah. So
Yeah.
you know when you get to a point where it's like literally I had at that point I think my salah was invalid, yeah, because I was
Shook.
reading my favorite surah Ikhlas, yeah. As you do, yeah, you know the surahs that you read at every single salah. I was reading Ikhlas, yeah, and I think I must have read it 6 times because I must have been like, you know, when you're like literally if your eyes are like a rear view mirror, just bare looking behind you, yeah. Like, I literally the whole time I was like trying to look behind me, it's petrified. I was
That's so
actually
scary.
shaking, and then I finally got the courage to look behind me. I looked behind so fast, I almost got whiplash. I looked behind so fast. Obviously, there's nothing there, and I just went A'udhu Billah.
Try to outspeed the jinn, yeah?
Try to outspeed the jinn, yeah. I was like A'udhu Billah. Carry on with my salah, yeah. Praying.
Yeah.
But I genuinely felt like there was something that was like, and to the point where you know when you feel like something's coming up close to your ear and it's just there looking
oh
at
my
you.
God.
That's literally how I felt.
Oh
And
my
then
God.
I literally I said A'udhu Billah. I looked to my left, spat 3 times. And then I carried on with my salah. Like the whole time I was like, don't worry, like you're in salah, Allah's protecting you, it's fine, it's okay. Nothing will ever happen to you, you're fine. I
Yeah.
was petrified, yeah. So then after that I couldn't pray by myself. It would always be, I hear the adhan, I'm like, Mum, Jama'ah. Always, I'm like, Mum, let's pray together.
Jama'ah prayer.
I swear, straight, yeah.
That
Literally.
is so scary though.
Fajr, Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha. all of them. Yeah, I was like, yeah, Jama'ah, yeah, let's pray together, mum. Let's get more ajr. Yeah, and these times, I'm like 96 years old and I'm afraid to pray by myself. Like, impossible. But yeah, no, but I don't know if that's a jinn story, but there is one story that I heard, yeah, and I know it's fake, yeah, but apparently there was a guy and a girl, man and woman.
Yeah.
They must have been like cleaning their house and like spring cleaning, whatever it is, yeah. So they cleaned the whole house, yeah, like literally decluttered everything. And then the woman, she must have opened the store, because you know how people just stuff everything in the store, yeah. So after a while, she must have tried to look for something in the store. Opened the store door open, and she heard a voice from the store, and it was saying, "I left the whole house to you, yeah. Even here, you follow me." I was just like,
what?
I don't know. I was like, Mum, that's fake. The jinn is fed up. You know, he's actually fed up. You know how people think, oh yeah, jinns want to, what's it called, possess you and be. They don't. Sometimes they don't even. They're antisocial. Half of them. You know, when someone's in the gym was antisocial. Why is Fudger like your little brother? I swear to God, he's always coming in there to talk to you about something when you're busy. Can I come in and just watch? Miskin. Bless him. Fudger's so annoying. He knows you're doing something as well.
Sorry.
He's dying
so
for your
sorry.
attention. Are you guys not sick of each other yet?
Nah, man.
Oh, bless
Alhamdulillah.
you.
So far, so good.
Alhamdulillah. Sana, can I just ask? Yeah, you've been married for a couple of years now. What's one piece of advice would you give to someone that's listening who is thinking of getting married or has been married and might be struggling? What's one piece of advice?
Bro, this is a big one, you know. My one piece of advice.
You can't think of anything because you and Fudge are literally friends. Yeah.
But for anyone that's like looking to get married, is you need to know who the hell you're signing papers with. You need to like take your time to understand who this person is, what they're about, how they think, how they react to things. Piss him off as much as you can before you sign papers, just so you can see like how he is when he's like under stress or pressure or whatever. I think that's the most important thing I can tell any woman. And don't feel pressured to like jump in with anyone. Like you can take your time, you can have your standards, don't compromise. Just it's a lifelong commitment. Like you can't just play with it.
So what you're saying
100%.
is have a toxic relationship first and then get married.
Why are you the Daily Mail for real?
Play games
You
with
just twisted
him.
my whole story.
Make him angry.
I'm not saying play games. I'm just saying no. I'm not saying play games. I'm just saying like you need to know who the hell you're getting married to. Like that's all, because more time than not, like you meet someone and then they act up and they tick all the boxes. They're the most amazing,
It's a
most
facade.
caring, most loving. Yeah, and then as soon as you sign those papers and close those doors and it's just you, him, and the four walls, they're a completely different person. And that's the most terrifying thing. And then I think most la samhallah, like God forbid anything happens to anyone that's listening, but if you do get married to someone and he ends up being someone that's completely different to what he showed you, most women in that situation, like they're too embarrassed or too scared to even like turn around and tell their parents so close after the wedding, because it's like, oh my God, we had this huge wedding, spent all this money, everyone knows that we just got married, and now you're telling me he's not the one. Like, so that's why I always like advocate for people to have like a really long, not really long engagement, but like long enough to know who this person is. Like don't just jump into it after a week or a month or two. But yeah, that's my 2 cents.
When you say engagement, because I never knew this until when I met you, this is when I found out that not all Arabs but some Arabs, when they refer to an engagement, they just mean the nikah papers are signed essentially. So it's literally like you're married. You're married essentially, like under Islamic law you are married.
It depends.
But then you guys just call it an engagement, and then you have a ceremony.
No. Sorry. No, it depends. It depends on like what specific culture you're talking about. For example, for us in Yemen, or Yemeni people in general, our engagement is just like it's when your families come together and say, okay, this is our intention, we want to propose to your daughter, blah 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 blah, and now we have this time for them to get to know each other, and like yani with permission from the fathers and with permission from the families and stuff like that. The aqd, which is the nikah that you're saying, is technically Islamically that's marriage. That's it. There's no like there's no two ways about it. But for some cultures, for example, like Iraqis and Iranians, and I'm not sure what other Arabs are. I know definitely Iraqis and Iranians. When they do the aqd, they sign the papers. Islamically, they're married. They see that as the engagement period. So then that gives them the space to go out with the person, like, and get to know them and stuff like that. But I don't see that as the right way to do it, to be honest, because what if in that time period you don't like them? Then technically you get divorced.
Yeah, that's
right?
mad.
Because if you're Islamically married, you sign the papers and now you need to go undo that. That means you're divorced. So for me, but I do understand why they do it. Like, just to keep everything halal.
Yeah. Interesting.
But yeah, it's just different.
I said keep everything halal, mad. And then she smiled.
That's the only reason. That's the only reason for it.
She smiled and said halal.
Do you know what I mean, mate?
I know what you mean, mate. That's crazy. Do you know what? I could never imagine doing that. But I agree. I think even as somebody who is single, I would like to say my 2 cents. Basically, I told you this already, but I was chatting to my friend and she was giving some sound advice, man. She was basically saying, shout out to Faiza. She was like, a marriage is basically, I told you this already, didn't I, Sana?
Yeah.
She was like, being in a marriage is like, you're just taking turns of who takes the L. So she goes, bro, sometimes you're not going to win the argument in it, or like just sometimes just allow it in it, just let them win, let them just be like, okay, cool, you're right, whatever, it's fine, who cares, move on. But she was like, in this day and age, I think a lot of people find like they want to be right all the time. Someone has to be right and someone has to be wrong, and the love and like the respect of like that relationship diminishes because you're putting your ego ahead of like the situation at hand. Definitely. Something that's very temporary. You're making a very permanent decision, which I just thought was really, really interesting. I never thought of it that way. Never saw it that way. Maybe but to be fair, I am quite a diplomatic person, so I would just let things slide anyways and let you suffer later. I'll put sugar sugar in your meals.
No, it's definitely, you have to. There's no way about it. You have to compromise with taking the L's, like as you say. But in some instances, and it depends on your relationship or who you're married to or whatever. But in some instances, you have to kind of be stubborn about it, just to like get that first lesson across. But if it's a very, very serious thing and you really think that if you don't like hit the nail on the head now, then it's gonna cause more problems later on, then it's important to like kind of hold on to your guns and stuff. But with anything else, like you learn to know that it's not worth it, because you're gonna wake up and see the same person tomorrow, and you don't want to have that awkwardness, or you don't want to have that like a bad vibe in the house. Like you can't sustain it. It's unsustainable. So you just have to let it go sometimes.
Bro, I'm sorry. Everything you said was facts. Truly amazing, iconic. Like we needed it. I want to get it engraved on my chest. Yeah. The only thing is that you said hit the nail on the head instead of nip it in the bud.
Fair enough. You're annoying, I feel like it's more annoying with the camera on as well, because I can see your butter's face.
Hit the nail on the head.
Nip it in the bud. That's what I meant, man. Everyone understands, bro.
Do you know what, Sana? You've been gone for way too long, man. You need to come back to London for an ESOL refresher. What? Hit the nail on the head of that one.
You're so annoying. Where's Reem, bro? Reem, come save me.
Reem would have laughed. No one's here to save you.
You would have laughed between you. That's the worst thing. You would laugh between you and just like giggle about it. So listen.
Go on.
When are we revealing some news?
Oh, well, the news will be
Are we
revealed.
waiting for a bit?
The news will be revealed in a couple months' time, man. When I'm ready, innit? Like when it's time.
All right,
Sana's
so.
itching.
Okay.
Itching.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, no. The
All right,
news will
cool.
be
In a
revealed
couple
when the
months'
news
time,
is
we're
revealed.
gonna
Yeah,
we're gonna
inshallah.
reveal some big news, inshallah.
Some details.
So keep posted on £3.30.
Keep it locked. It's Willow Six and Park. Literally.
You get me?
Do you know what? I do not want to talk to you about, because obviously we haven't been on here for a while, but I feel like like one thing that our listeners love and like really respect us for is the fact that we kind of tell it how it is, and we always share our honest opinions and we're very transparent with stuff. And one of the things that I really, really wanted to talk about is the Cuties film on Netflix.
Yeah.
And I feel like the vast majority of our listeners are Muslim women, yeah? Like, shout out to my akhis and that, but this, you know, vast majority of our listeners are Muslim women. Honestly, I haven't watched it. Have you?
No.
Yeah, no, I don't want to. I think aside from... Okay, so for anyone that's watching, that's listening and doesn't have a clue what we're talking about, basically, Cuties is a new Netflix film in which a young Sudanese girl from a very strict Muslim family...
Oh, she's Sudanese.
Yeah, I think she's Sudanese, or she's just... or she might, I don't know, but she's black. It's black, or like she could be
Okay.
Nigerian, she could be whatever. I haven't really looked into it too much. I was just like,
All
boy.
right.
But she looks, to me, she looks Sudanese. Anyways, she's just a black Muslim girl who comes from a very strict Muslim family, and she's destined to get married. But she's lived a very controlled... She basically lives in a very controlled bubble, essentially. And she wants to break free, blah, blah, blah. She meets a bunch of girls, and they're all like 13, like basically early, very, very early teens. And they start off like this dancing / twerking group, and they perform for people, blah blah blah. Anyways, that's what the storyline is, yeah. And like I don't know, but I guess she finds freedom through twerking, yeah, by being objectified.
Right.
I'm sure she finds freedom. But my point is this, yeah, that's all part of Netflix's brand. They've got a long history of young Muslim women being saved by Western culture. That's all of their films, yeah, a lot of them. My thing it made me feel so uncomfortable, Sana, because I don't know if you've seen any of the clips or any of the promo stuff, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff in that film that is just not only inappropriate, but very, very disturbing to watch and to make children act out.
What?
So there's a lot of sexualization of like young girls. There's a scene where the girl's trying to get into some club. I don't know where they're trying to get into, or they get kicked out or something. And they start dancing very provocatively for the security guards, and then they're just like, and the security guards looking at them like, ooh, wow, like it's actually very disgusting. So that's one of the scenes that I saw online. Another scene that I saw was a girl. So the main character, she takes a picture. She takes a nude of her nunny. She literally, like, you'll see her pulling down her trousers.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she pulls down her trousers or her tights or whatever it is that she's wearing. Takes a picture with the flash on her phone and then sends it somewhere. And this is meant to be a 13-year-old girl that's acting this out, yeah? There's another scene where a girl lifts up her top and you can see, like, her bare breasts. But it's, like, because she's not really developed anything, like, there's just nipples. You know, them ones, it's just two mosquito bites. But ultimately, it is very disgusting because you actually don't know who's watching. Like, I would like to believe that the vast majority of people are not perverted, yeah? But that's if we lived in, like, a utopia and everything was perfect and if it was Jannah.
Yeah, of course.
But that's not the case. There are so many perverts out there who would be riled up and would enjoy that kind of content.
Of course.
So it makes...
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah, I don't care about the whole, Muslim girl going to work. I don't care about that. What I care about is, like, the safety of these young girls and the fact that I feel like this laws need to be changed, man, because it shouldn't be enough for a parent to give consent for a child to do something or to take part in something. The child needs to really... It should be given to some degree. I know kids can't really make decisions like that, but there's something needs to happen where it shouldn't be up to just the parents. There should be some sort of, like, governing body, surely, that doesn't allow these sort of films to be made. I read that IMDb did basically, you know how they always say, like, they give the age ratings for films and for shows and whatever. On there, they must have said there are scenes in this clip which could be seen of, like, disturbing scenes which legally could be classed as paedophilia, essentially, and they took it off.
Shit.
They took it off after the
That's
film got a lot of
disgusting.
slack. Yeah. I actually don't understand like how stuff like that can even get made. I saw it like on my Netflix, like, and people were talking about it. It was trending. Everybody was talking about it, and I was just thinking, bro, a whole youth is out here taking a picture of her nun on camera. God knows who was in that room. It's just a very disgusting thing to have to witness.
Like, I'm sure there were plenty of adults in that room while that shot was being filmed.
Yeah. Like
Did no one like,
no one
that's
think?
the most disturbing thing, is that no one said no one thought to like stop that or change the scene or voice any sort of opposition to it.
Well,
What the fuck?
the director
That's disgusting.
apparently the director was like, the film was meant to be provocative. It was meant to be like controversial. That's the whole point of it. It was meant to be a conversation starter.
That's another thing that I don't understand, is that the director, I think her name, Maimouna, right? Maimouna Decor or something. She's black, right? Is she Muslim?
I don't.
She
with
sounds
with a name like Maimouna,
sounds
maybe.
like a Muslim name.
I don't know.
See, this is what I don't get. Like, if it was made by like some general white producer or director or whatever, no, it doesn't make sense for anyone to do it. It does not make sense for like, I'm backtracking on that. I just don't get it. I don't understand. But I did hear something about how this story is meant to be reflective of her own lifestyle or her own story or her own past. Did I read that correct?
I don't know. I didn't do that much research into it. I think once I saw the IMDb stuff, I was like, yeah, nah, this ain't something that I want to set my eyes on.
So this is what she said to Rolling Stone. We as adults have not given children the tools to grow up healthy in our society. I wanted to open people's eyes to what's truly happening in schools and on social media, forcing them to confront images of young girls made up, dressed up, and dancing suggestively to imitate their favorite pop icon. I wanted adults to spend 96 minutes seeing the world through the eyes of an 11-year-old girl as she lives 24 hours a day. These scenes can be hard to watch but are no less true as a result. The goal of the film was to start a conversation about the sexualization of children. The movie has certainly started a debate. But why do we need to see that? Is there no way to discuss such a big topic, such a provocative topic, without over sexualizing children? It defeats the purpose.
It's like saying
It completely defeats the purpose.
It's like saying paedophilia is rife within our communities. Let's make a film about it where
here you go, have some pedophilic images.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It makes no sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. It's so like counterproductive. I think they've shot themselves in the foot with that one, because what could have been a really, really interesting movie ended up being overshadowed. Like, her story, like no one's taking that away from her. That's her lived experience. These things do happen within the Muslim community. Like, it's very, very true, but it's being overshadowed by all of this other bullshit that's on top of it.
Hold on, let me just read this bit. Yeah, she says, Cuties was inspired by countless conversations she's had with young girls about how confusing puberty can be and the way social media can exacerbate the pressures they place on themselves. She also spoke about how the story is a reflection of her own experience, juggling the cultures of Senegal and France and the way such scrutiny and judgment can affect girls. To be honest, she can talk until she's blue in the face. I don't see how this serves the purpose that she's attempting to say. Like,
Yeah.
it makes zero sense. But the good thing is Netflix cancellations have surged materially in the wake of Cuties controversy.
Yeah,
That's
I
a good
remember
thing.
everyone was saying to cancel their Netflix subscriptions because of it in protest.
Yeah. Cancellations surged 5 times the normal amount following the release of Cuties.
Can
Do
you?
you know what?
I would
like-
never want to be in that room, in that meeting room when that Monday morning when everyone comes in at Netflix HQ.
At Netflix.
I don't want to be in that room.
Nah, that would be insane. To be honest, I'm surprised they haven't cancelled it altogether, like the show, considering the backlash.
I think
Are we
happens-
missing something? Like, is it something where you have to watch it to understand? Are we just like judging from the outside? I don't see how this in any way could be justified.
Basically, this is the argument.
I don't
yeah.
want- I don't wanna
a lot of
watch
people
it.
are saying a lot of people who are against the film haven't even watched it. Yeah. So it's like people aren't even watching it, but because
I
they've
don't.
seen trailers and they've seen posters and the promotional stuff and what people are talking about on social media, they're not watching it, but they're just cancelling it anyways. Yeah. That's number one. Number two, they're saying it's one of those things that, do you remember in the wake of the R. Kelly sexual abuse allegations when all of that happened? People, his streaming
Yeah.
services across everywhere surged. Yeah, he gained popularity more than anything. He gained more money from like Spotify, YouTube, blah blah blah. So it's a matter of, it's like a double-edged sword. Yeah, on one side, people are cancelling them, and then on the other side, people are like intrigued to know why people talking about this film. Let me go and watch it. So it's one of those things where they're probably
it's good publicity, isn't it?
Yeah, massively amazing. Like imagine every single newspaper in the world is talking about your film. So of course, like they're gonna keep it up, and like I'm sure if, as much as Netflix cancellations might have gone down, you don't know what the other numbers are that they're not releasing, because people, the viewers, that film might have been super popular. But yeah, no, I think it's crazy, man. I think it's unfortunate that it had to be in like in like 2020 when everyone's talking about Black Lives Matter, and there's such a conscious of putting, you know, black faces at the forefront of art in the arts fields and stuff like that, in like movies, music and art and whatever it is, that this has to be something that is like out. Exactly. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, why? Please, it could have been so much better. So true. But it's not. But yeah, speaking of Netflix, so guys, yeah, Sana doesn't like this TV program, but me and Reem are officially obsessed. Yeah, I started watching this film, this series called Ratched, and I got so gassed. I came back, I was like, Sana, Reem, watch it. Reem watched it, loved it. Sana, 4 episodes deep, she's like, I hate it.
Listen, the fact that I'm 4 episodes deep should tell you that I'm trying. I'm really... The thing is, this is so up my alley. I love this crime and death and all of that shit. I love it. Like, I literally... That's all I do on Netflix.
The FBI agent
that's all I do on Netflix.
Listening into this call, bro. Shaking. Go on.
No, but that's all I watch on Netflix. That's like, all, if you see my list, it's all that genre. It's just this one is just way too theatrical. Like, I just don't like it. the way that it's shot doesn't like entice me at all.
Yeah, if you've been to like the theatre before and you've seen like you know, there's like crime musicals or anything like that, it's like the lighting. There's a lot of like lighting and music composition and stuff like that really play a part into the drama. It's meant to add to the film, and like to be honest, like I love that about it. I literally I've never seen anything like it, like because it's so different to what we normally see. So I enjoyed it, but I remember like
I'm still gonna watch it though.
Yeah, I was hooked in the first 5 minutes because it's been a very long time since I've watched something and been so suspenseful and like on the edge of my seat, wanting to fall on the floor. Like, I won't give away too much, but there's a murder in the first 5 minutes of the film, like multiple murders in the first 5 minutes.
And it's a true story, right?
I don't know if it's based on a true story, but I know it's based on a film about Miss Nurse Ratched. That was released years ago, but I don't know if it's a true story.
Do you know what you should watch? Yeah, have you seen the Versace one, The Killing of Versace?
Versace. The Killing of...
Shut up. Have you seen it? The Killing of Versace. Have you seen it or not?
I need to watch The Killing of Versace. No, I haven't seen it.
No, that is a really, really well put together crime docu-series. It's really good. I was hooked. I finished it in like 2 hours.
Bro, you also told me to watch that social media documentary, which was dead.
Which one?
The social media documentary.
The Social Dilemma.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Yeah, so many people were so shocked by that documentary. I don't feel like I was shocked at all.
Yeah, there's nothing.
It's worth watching though, right?
Yeah, it's nothing. I think it's because we work in the media. Nothing's weird to us.
Exactly.
Like, been trying to do this to you guys. this is our daily agenda. We have daily meetings.
We manipulate you guys every day.
This is part of my brand.
That's so true.
That's mad. Something else that I've been watching on Netflix is basically I'm like 10 years too late, but I started watching Breaking Bad on Netflix.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Start watching Breaking Bad.
Do you know what you should watch?
It's a bit of a slow starter, but it's good.
You should watch. Yeah, this is the longest show I've ever watched in my whole entire life.
La ilaha illallah.
But if I can get Fajr hooked onto it, it's good. Yeah. The Turkish series Ertugrul, or however you say it, Ertuğrul. If there's any Turkish speakers, please explain how you say it. But it's so good. It's so bloody good. You get hooked from like the first scene. And it's like 100 episodes per season, and there's like 5 seasons. Fajr is hooked.
Really?
That should tell you something.
Is it like...
I've been trying to convince him for like 2 years.
Is it like Game of Thrones but Turkey?
Did you see that on a tweet somewhere?
No. Like I
The
literally because I've
Turkish Game
seen
of Thrones.
bare people would be like, "This is Game of Thrones, but it's in Antalya."
To be honest,
Istanbul.
I haven't seen I haven't seen Game of Thrones. Sorry, but I just haven't.
Yeah, same.
But Ertugrul is basically about the birth of Turkey. So it starts off from this like little tribe, a Turkish tribe, the Kai tribe in Turkey, and then it shows how they like battled their way through all of the battles that they went through to establish eventually like the Turkish state, or the start of the Ottoman Empire at least. And it's honestly it's so good, and it has so much like, obviously like it's Turkish, it's made by Turks, it's about the Ottoman Empire. Like I'm not taking
Love
it as
that.
like complete historic facts. Like obviously there's a bit of propaganda in there too, but just as a series, it's so good to watch.
Do you know what I've realised as well? I feel like lockdown, I've been exposed to a lot more like series and films and like just content from different countries. I've just been more interested into it.
It's true.
Like
It's so
I've
true.
been so into like first and foremost I watched Indian Matchmaker on like a binge. It was so good, wasn't it?
Oh, that was sick.
It was so good.
That was sick.
The other one that I'm watching now, which isn't as good as Indian Matchmaker, but it's all right. Like it's easy to watch. It's What the Love. That's an Indian one as well. It's like an Indian.
Oh yeah.
Have you been watching that as well?
Dating show? I haven't, no, but we spoke about it the other day.
Yes, I've been watching What the Love, and just a whole bunch of other films that are made by like Nigerian and like black directors and stuff like that, and like have a black lead. Like I've just been really, really enjoying it. It's really nice. It's different.
Do you know what? That's the good. Like I know we just shit on Netflix in the past in the previous conversation, but that's the greatest thing about Netflix is that it's completely obliterated the like the framework of how the media works. Like completely demolished Hollywood. And you know because Hollywood has a very like superioristic view of the world, and they think that only American films will do well, and only American films are blockbusters, and they are received well and stuff like that. And then Netflix came out of nowhere, and it's showing us like Nigerian films and Indian films and Turkish stuff, and it's all like hitting big numbers. And that's the most like beautiful thing about it. And most of them are like produced by locals, like by Arabs or by Turks or by black people. Like it's given power to the people essentially, and that in turn has like given us a lot more representation. And I think that's what's making Hollywood like wake up a bit to representation. Because without Netflix, we would still see white faces and white storylines and American heroes and all of this stuff.
Yeah, stuff that we're used to watching, basically stuff that we used to seeing.
Yeah, man. Look at you, pretty face.
It's not pretty.
Do you have makeup on, or are you just buff?
I'm just buff, but I also have makeup on.
You know what, Shams? I love your confidence. You know that I love that you know that you're buff.
No, I don't know that I'm buff. Sometimes I feel very, very clapped. Like yesterday, I was with Reem.
Nah, you're not.
And I was like, Reem, do you want to go get some tea? And basically, I looked so frass, yeah. Oh my God, I look so frass, yeah. And then Reem goes, are you sure? She was like, yeah, we can go. She goes, we can go. It's not a problem. And she goes, but are you sure though? Like your turban is like, and I just tell her, I was like, alright, cool. I was so confident in my own skin. You know the ones. It only takes one. It takes one comment, fam. I was so confident in my own sauce. And she said, "Are you sure?" So raw.
Oh man.
Little
Do you know what? Reem really struggled without you. She really struggled without you being in London for like 2 weeks. Bless her cotton socks. Like she picked you up and took you out straight away. That's how you know she missed you.
I know.
Bro, she drove to Sheffield for your ass.
I know, Miskeen. Basically, if you're not familiar with what J.K. Rowling has been saying, she has been like very vocal on her stance. J.K. Rowling.
Keep rolling. It's rolling.
Keep rolling. Have you ever heard her saying her name?
Wait, let me just do a quick Google search before I get annihilated. Yeah, see?
See what?
She rhymes it with bowling.
Yeah. But it's not rolling. Rolling and bowling.
Are you mad? It rhymes with bowling when she says it. Therefore, it's rolling, not rowling. It's not bowling, is it? It's only in the States that they say Rowling. There's literally
That's
a
what,
video.
Sana,
on it.
I literally just said that her name is J.K. Rowling, and you said this. No, it's J.K. Rowling.
Why are you lying? This asshole. This I lived off her books. Okay,
Why
go
is
on.
it so easy to trigger you? Basically, you're such a middle child, fam. Basically, yeah. Literally, initially you had little girl syndrome. Now you've graduated. I do you know what I want. I really want first sibling, elder sibling energy one day. Inshallah, I'll get there. Basically, for those of you that don't know, J.K. Rowling has been making a lot of comments around like the LGBTQ plus community, and has really made her stance very clear on what she thinks. Anyways, because of that, she's been cancelled on several occasions on Twitter. Loads of people are really upset by what she said. She like comments on inclusive text. So when people say, you know, my pronouns are he or she, or if someone wants to say, you know, I think we should change the spelling of woman. So instead of an A, it should be an X and stuff like that. She just has a lot to say, basically, yeah, about these things. Anyway, people have been saying that she should get cancelled. So her and a bunch of other like celebrities and like well-known figures have started a petition to get cancel culture to be made illegal.
What?
Let me just double check. Hold on.
What?
hold on.
You better quickly Google that shit, bro. That sounds insane. What do you mean you get it?
Hold on.
Illegal.
Let me double check. Ignore what I said, bro. Just cut it out.
Whether this is true or not, we're having this in the podcast.
Okay, a group of 150 writers, academics, and activists, including J.K. Rowling and Margaret Atwood, have signed an open letter objecting to cancel culture. The letter was published on Tuesday in Harper's Magazine. And hold on. Let me just see. Just read this really quickly. Bro, how can I say make it
I'm
illegal?
trying to cancel culture. How exactly does one enforce this law? What the fuck?
Okay, so it's not to cancel culture. It's not to make it illegal. It's to cancel culture. Yeah. Essentially, what they're calling for is. Okay, let's cut it out. We're not talking about this.
No. Go on. Go ahead. Go on.
Basically, it's just because they just want people to respect other people's opinions and just have like freedom of speech. And in a really bizarre and weird way, I kind of agree with it. We've always said in it, like, we don't think people should be cancelled. We've always said this in podcasts past. We've always said this, but I feel like there needs to be more that needs to be done, you know, I think it should be made illegal, to be honest, cancel culture. I think people should not be allowed.
But how can you stop it?
People shouldn't be allowed. People shouldn't be allowed to like tweet or email your employer to be like, Sana the other day tweet that she doesn't like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and I think that they're the greatest things in this world. That shouldn't be the case, and I can't believe you have the despicable person that works for you. That shouldn't be allowed.
There's literally how are you going to enforce that? What are they going to do? Like take the email to the police?
Employers can't act on it. Employers can't act on that kind of stuff unless it's a crime. It's not a crime to have an opinion.
Zero sense to me.
It's not a crime to have an opinion.
I know it's not. Of course not. And I'm I'm all for people having their opinions. Yeah. But when it comes to things there where you're infringing on other people's rights to just exist,
yeah,
that's where I draw the line.
Well, I don't think it should.
But I don't see how this can be enforced ever.
Well,
ever.
Anyways, they've said that
It's not.
They wanted to put forward like an open letter to cancel culture.
But that's
not to make
that's
it a law.
taking away people's rights too. Like because essentially what you're saying is that you're not allowed to boycott people, which is a form of protest. Therefore, we can't boycott, for example, Israel because it's a form of protest.
Yeah, facts.
It makes no sense.
No, you're not wrong. Anyways, delete all of that.
So
Delete.
Nah, that was funny. I like
really
that conversation. I didn't think I'd like that conversation.
I just did it to make you laugh. Haha.
You can't. Yeah, cool. You just can't. You can't do it because it's just a case of people tweeting about you. How are you gonna stop that?
Yeah, but I think it's like people say, sticks and bones may hurt my bones. Sticks and stones.
That's worse than my nip it in the bud. Wait, we're a mess with that ream.
The English is not Englishing. My English is not Englishing. Oh my god. Mad. Anyways, you know how people say words obviously do affect people and do hurt them, so you can't minimize people saying,
Yeah.
you can't just say, oh, it's just a tweet, because to some people that it's like when you get them in like such a large volume as well, when it feels like everyone hates you, that can really affect your mental health. And I've just and that's just because
I'm
you
not
voice
saying
an
that.
opinion
I'm
that
not
other
saying
people don't agree with.
No, I'm not saying that it doesn't affect people. I'm just saying, how are you gonna stop people tweeting about one person? Like, how are you gonna stop
I'm not saying.
that
I'm not saying.
mobilization?
I'm not saying people should be stopped to tweet. No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying people should be stopped to tweet. What I'm saying is, brands and companies and people who employ you, where you get your money from, your hustle, should not be allowed to listen to those voices and therefore implement sanctions on you, if that makes sense. It shouldn't be a case of I go ahead and report you, Sana, to the New Arab and say Sana's been making some really inflammatory comments online, and they say, well, Sana, in light of the comments that you made online, we want to distance ourselves from that kind of stuff, and that's the type of rhetoric, it's not really in line with our view as a company, therefore we have to let you go. Like, stuff like that shouldn't be allowed to happen. It shouldn't be a matter of like showing, because they, up until that point, they agreed with everything that you said. They valued you as an employer, as an employee, and then just because a bunch of people are upset about what you've said, it's now changed their mind, which, and in some cases is completely warranted. It's like, for example, like that that woman in the park that in New York. That's dangerous. If she's not, because that just shows that she's problematic, and not just because she's voiced an opinion, but because she's acted on something. She's put someone's life at risk, essentially. So stuff like that.
But then how do you know the difference between someone who's just voicing an opinion and someone who's gonna act on it? Like, let's say, for example, I don't know, someone's making like outlandish far right comments. How do you know that he won't or she won't eventually act on that against people that are, like, for example, immigrants or something, which happened a few weeks ago in America? Like, how do you know? You can't. That's what I'm saying. You can't. This kind of thing cannot be enforced because there's no way to like control it. I don't see. And plus, even if brands like choose not to act on that information that they've received from any sources online, it will reflect badly on them, and the people which you can't control, the people will just boycott that brand. Do you know what I'm saying? So for them, they're put in a pickle because either they stick to the law and keep this person on, or they face people boycotting them, as was the case right now in with Netflix.
I don't know, man. I just feel like,
I
feel like some stuff you need a little bit of integrity, I think. Anyways, as a business, as a company, you take risks all the time. So I think they're fine with that on that end. They're good. They're not like you and I, Sana. We don't take risks on a regular basis. We don't make decisions like that. And also, things tend to blow over after a while.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, the attention span of people on social media is very short. It's about a day long.
Definitely. That's the thing. That's why it's crazy. That's why it's crazy, because you never know. Like, these brands might just take these people back on.
Yeah, facts. I'm sure they have. I'm sure they do. Because no one's really following up on it, are they? They're not we saying, oh, I wonder what so and so is doing right now. I wonder if they've got a job or if they're still unemployed. You don't really follow up on that kind of stuff.
They might just giving them a warning and then publicize that warning, so it looks like they're doing something, but in reality, they're not.
Interesting. Well, Sana, my love, it's been a very, very, very insightful conversation.
I love you.
I love you more, wallah. Anyways, no, it's been nice, Sana, are you editing this podcast, yeah? That's you, yeah?
Inshallah.
Yeah. It's gonna be a
Just
good
send
week
it to
for
me.
me.
Just send it to me.
All right, cool. By the way, me and Sana beef so much. I don't think people even know how much me and you beef on a daily. In a day, me and Sana have had probably 3 arguments already. Like, and we're both fuming, absolutely fuming, hate each other. Yeah,
Nah.
it's mad.
I don't never hate you.
Never, no, I'll never ever hate you.
It's just sisterly stuff.
This is what I told you. Why are you stealing my own bars?
You don't have bars. Shut up. You don't have no bars. All your bars are from tweets. They're all from tweets. Shut. Are you finished, yeah? You finished? This is why we need Reem on the podcast to be a referee.
This is to you, net. Do you know what's funnier? As I was pretending to be stuttering like you, I started stuttering.
You actually stuttered.
We need to do this more often, Sana. Hop in a Google chat. Cool.
All right.
I mean, we could do it every week and just record a podcast, but you know.
Sometimes I want to see your face throughout the week. I know that might be hard for you to understand.
Sometimes I want to see your face throughout the week. Sometimes I just want to do this and do this.
Oh, bro, we need to cut all of this out. All of this.
100%. All right, can you just flip it and end it?
Yes, okay. Thanks for listening, guys. I hope you really enjoyed the podcast today. We will try to be a bit more consistent. I know we say this every single week, but we're actually serious about it. The fact that Reem's not even here and we're recording is mad. So yeah, no, we will try, and we absolutely value your continued support. And if you are listening to this on the Apple Podcast app, beg you right now, right here, right now, go and rate, give us a little cheeky little rating, leave a cheeky little comment. It really does help us out. I went on the other day and I just saw 64 of you guys did it, which I was like, raw, like, is that you, man? Yeah, mad cute. So yeah, so keep doing that, because it really does help us out, and we're able to continue making these podcasts. Secondly, if you're listening on Spotify, make sure you share it with your friends, share it into the group chat. Let the man them know, yeah. Let the man them know. Big things are going soon come, yeah. I actually can't wait for you guys to find out all these new things that are happening in our lives. And if you're listening on SoundCloud, that means that you are probably not listening on SoundCloud, because we're not on SoundCloud, because fuck them niggas. I hate SoundCloud. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. If you're looking for me, I'm on Asha every day across all platforms. If you're looking for Sanasino, you can find her on
At Sanasino with 2 eyes.
everywhere, yeah?
On all socials.
On all socials. Make sure you go buy her book, Love and War and Love.
Do you know what? Just don't buy it, innit? just call it a day. Let's just close that chapter, shall we?
Every day we try and plug her book, yeah. Anyways, War and Love. Make sure you go buy it, War and Love, and follow her, Sana Ukba, on Instagram. And if you're looking for Reem, she's on Gazella. I don't know how she spells it and how many I's and how many A's and
me
underscores.
neither, but just, yeah, me too. It's hard.
No idea. But yeah,
we need to work on that branding.
100%. We need to work on her branding, fam. But if you are looking to chat with us, we are on Instagram, £3.30 on Instagram, and on Twitter as well. We're not really active on Twitter, but we'll try to be more active on there. Get involved, have a chat with us, slide into our DMs. They're always open. We always respond to every single person. If you have a question or whatever it is, let us know. And I hope you guys have a good one. Have a good rest of the week. Bye. Thank you, Sana, for your contribution. All right, bye, guys.
Bye, guys.